pretty nice.
Was fine.
Pretty
good
nice
start there for everybody.
I tell you what, we saw Paul Becker drive what I think was a perfect race. I think we just saw another perfect race by John Theoret.
But interestingly, Chip and Mike, you guys were talking before they hit the starting line about how the kinds of decisions that were being made to almost go off plane and to almost stop just to get that inside lane, but it was worth it for Jean Theoret.
It was worth it, and they're actually now designing the boats to do that. In the old days, the boats wouldn't go that slow, and they are actually now designing that into the boat. So apparently there might be a penalty. We don't know exactly what at this point, but we have heard the word penalty batted around, so we're waiting to hear from the officials.
Well, Chip, whether there's a penalty or not, I got to tell you, we're looking at a sport where no one any longer dominates. I remember the years of always Budweiser, always Atlas Van Lines. We come out here now, 4 or 5 boats, we don't know who's going to win. It's so exciting.
It really is, Pat, and I'm glad I'm not driving right now because there's too many good boats, there's too many young, good drivers, and it's tough to win.
If there is a penalty, it occurred before the start when the boats were going very, very slow. And I mentioned at that time that there was the possibility that this time the slow boats would be enforced. If that is the case, that's where the penalty would have been on the back chute.
But Mike, they did give him the checkered flag. They gave Theoret the checkered flag.
Elam is celebrating as they won. So
that's what I'm talking about. It's Theoret that they may have the penalty, but let's find out for sure. The 37 was penalized, so it is not the winner. The Elam is the winner.
Oh, Dave Villwock pulled it off. Apparently, John Theoret, I have to believe it happened during that 1.5 minute period that Dave had the lane, and John probably came in front. That's my guess.
But you know, the thing that concerns me here, is that almost every one of those boats were off plane and could have all been penalized equally. You see him pushing the water over the recovery area. He's virtually off plane. There's no question that he is.
Yeah, but I agree with you, Mike. I saw a lot of boats going about the same speed.
Elam was off plane. So was Steve David. They all were off plane, and that becomes selective enforcement. One might say, well, you know, one of them was bearing the nose of the recovery area of the sponson, and that was really, really, really off plane. It's kind of like underneath the basket. You could call a foul any time, but the reality of it is that they didn't call that at any time. They called it in the final heat when it all counted.
Yeah, Mike, let's head down to the pits and find out just when Dave Villwock found out that he was declared the winner. Bill Rocky's got him.
Thanks, Steve. Dave, when did you know that you were the winner?
Right in the first lap, they said 1 lap penalty, so I was chasing him down there, and then they said 1 lap penalty, just take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. You got like three rooster tail lead on Oberto, so we just backed off then and defended against Oberto.
What's this mean to you? It's been since 2004 you won.
For this team, and for the Ronald McDonald's house, for Mazak, for the Haas family, for the Elstrom family, it's an awesome feeling. Once again here in Seattle, you know, they worked really hard this week, and the crew did a lot of things in between to what they thought the boat needed for Seattle, and they were right. And we came up with an awesome combination. It was going to be hard to beat today. And then I had the confidence to go out and stick it in places I haven't had the confidence to go into for a couple of years.
Had there not been a penalty, would you have driven this differently?
Oh, yeah, I could have gone around him.
Good job, Dave.
Yeah.
You could have gone around him.
Yeah, we were pulling him, and, you know, it was really in the first half a lap, really, that they told us they had a 1 minute penalty.
Right. Okay, well, congratulations, Dave. Steve? Dave Villwock pretty happy right now.
All right, Bill. Now a 9-time winner on Lake Washington is Dave Villwock, and the man who ran a great race but now finds out he's been penalized and he does not win is with our guard Swanson.
Thanks, Steve. Well, it was a very weird thing. I mean, everybody's high-fiving each other, and then all of a sudden we find out about the penalty here in the Beacon team and the Beacon crew. And Jean, tell me when you found out and what happened exactly.
Well, apparently I was told I was off plane before the start, but as far as I'm concerned, I was going the same speed as everybody else. So why am I getting penalized for off plane and the other guys are not?
Well, that's what Chip Hanauer and Fitzsimmons was talking about. They said it's kind of like a selective officiating. Is that how you're feeling right now?
Absolutely, you know, because I just feel it's unfair. We're just all going the same speed, and you know, I had the inside lane, had a great start, and you know, the race was done there.
And there's nothing really you can do about it right now.
Well, maybe we're going to appeal it, but you know, I know there's the thing that's nice here in Seattle. We have KIRO here that's got, you know, helicopter shots, and I think, you know, we can prove our thing. But right now it's on a hold, but it's very disappointing. But you know, thank God for this race here, and we did a good job. The guys did a fantastic job. Beacon Plumbing, you know, an American Family Insurance. We're all happy, you know, real pleased for them. But also we're disappointed to get that penalty for nothing.
And it is disappointing for you guys. You get snake bit over in Tri-Cities where you lose a prop, you're winning, and then all of a sudden you come in here and everybody thinks you've won it here on the shore, and you haven't.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's a big disappointment, but you know, we'll see what we can do about it.
But you're proud of your crew.
Absolutely. These are the best crew in the team. You know, in this whole pits, this is the best crew we got here. And I give all the glory to him and to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for this weekend.
All right. Thanks, Jean.
Thank you.
Guys.
John Edgard, thank you. Now, let's take a look at the video. Here is the beacon off plane.
Now watch
Explain
up here.
that.
Watch that front sponson right there. Yeah. It's going to go underwater, basically. See that right there?
There's no question but
that
he's off
plane.
plane.
Yeah, there's no question.
Right.
You're right. Now, but if we, through the magic of television, if we can get a sign of or a shot of Dave Villwock and see how close he was to off plane as well. Okay, here's Dave Villwock. And
well, he was allowed to be off plane for 5 seconds.
Right. He looks like he's off plane to me right there. You see the water coming up in front of the boat, squirting up here like that?
He's off plane as well.
He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sure, and the Alberto as well until they finally get on it. All three of those boats were off plane equally.
It's easy to second guess. If I'd have been the referee, I would have maybe fined all of them, but I wouldn't have changed the results of the race. So there's no question in my mind that they all three were off plane. I don't know how you see it, Mike.
I would have to agree, and this is the problem with it. Look, 5 seconds, it's not 4, it's not 6, it's not 8, it's 5 seconds, and it's not 5 seconds for this boat, not 5 seconds for that one. And that's the concern that we have here. It's a difficult rule to apply under all circumstances when all boats are running slow. But the bottom line is you had 3 boats that were clearly off plane at the same time.
Well, what I would have done in that position, if the beacon boat was off plane, by far the only one, and obviously more off plane than everybody else, I would have made the call. But boy, they were trying to split hairs here, because to me it looked like they were all 3 off plane. So I probably would have let the heat go. But we're not the officials. We're just the broadcasters, right. And they saw it differently, and Dave Villwock has won the race, and we congratulate him heartily.
I think it's fair to say, until everybody sits down, looks at all the video that there is to look at, that we cannot certainly put up even an unofficial result, because we just don't know it at this point. Although Dave Villwock and company believe that the Elam has won this race, you know there are going to be appeals, and that's one of the difficult things. You do a boat race like this, you do it for television, you congratulate the winner that turns out not to be the winner.
It is, you know, it's very difficult. This is a hard race or a hard sport to call as a referee. The referees are sitting literally a quarter mile away, and they're trying to look at, instead of a little strike zone, they're looking at a 2-mile race course. A referee can't see everything in that big area, so it's a hard thing to do.
Well, we will get back to the unofficial/official results as soon as we get them. We also have this to tell you about the championship heat here at Seafair.
The Chevy Cup Championship has been brought to you by Chevrolet. See your Northwest Chevy dealer or visit us online at chevydealer.com.
Congratulations to Dave Villwock, the winner of the final heat here in the Chevrolet Cup at Seafair, and the Muckleshoot photo finish winner of the Chevrolet Cup. Experience the biggest and best Muckleshoot Casino and Bingo.
The winner, at least so far. It's a story we're going to continue to follow here from the pits along with the award ceremony. But we also have lots happening all around the community and all around Seafair. Let's get to Chris Eggert and Monique Ming-Lavin for a look at KIRO 7 Eyewitness News coming up shortly.